So all we've got going on there is just slight variation on just putting this little finger on and off as we fill to give it a little bit of variation. And we're not strumming here. We can strum it. I'm just doing something different just to give you another little option. You know, instead of this constant. So just taking that finger on and off, and that was strumming, as you know, and what I was doing before that was just plucking the chord. We're plucking the bass note. That's the root note of the first chord on this particular progression. So we're plucking that bass note, and then we're plucking the notes of the chord with the fingers. So you've got this. I'm still playing in time, aren't I? You know, we're doing that to give a little bit of variation, and we're putting the little finger on here as well, and off and on. So, you know, on this chord chart here that we're on, it is on, isn't it? And that first chord. All I'm saying is you can start it without it on and then put it on as you feel. Listen to the music, listen to the beat, and bring it in when you feel the right time is. You know, try and copy me a little bit here and do your own thing as well. Don't be afraid to experiment. So we're sort of, you know. Okay, and just one other thing. So you just basically do that whole thing, the same thing up here for the next one, and then the same for the third progression on this chord chart. You know, the first one starts in E, the second one starts on G, the third one starts on A. So it's just exactly the same thing. Repeat the same thing from here to the next one, to the next one, the same sequence, the same chord progression. Just move it up. Starts, first one's in E, the second one's in G, because that's where it starts. It's the root note, G, of the first chord, which gives it its name. And therefore that chord progression is in G, because that's where it starts. The third one is in A. There's the root note, A, same thing. Sorry. So just a few little variations there, just to make it a little more interesting. Just practice that, and oh, just one thing before you go. Make sure that as I said earlier, this is the root note, the bottom E for that first chord. That's its name, isn't it? E. The second chord is. Comes from the A string. The root note's on the A string, so that's the bass you'll pick. So you'll pick this one, then the next one is, okay, and the third one is on that A string as well. So if you just heard the bass notes, it would be, okay, sorry. Okay, so just something to think about and have a play around with, and I'll see you in the next lesson.